Hi, Paul from Wild River Scrimshaw and Custom Knives. And I haven't shot a video in a while, and I wanted to get a video out there. If you follow me on social media, you know that last year one of my goals was to start producing straight razors for this year in 2016. And so at the end of last year, I got tooled up and I started practicing and I started learning how to properly grind a straight razor. And there's definite learning curve there. You've got to learn how to grind it correctly so that when you set your bevel, the bevel comes out true and even. And then there was a little bit of learning curve and in practice, and I made a handful of razors that went in the junk drawer. Um, but I did successfully learn how to do it and start producing some really nice razors. First, before we get into the razors, I wanted to show you I've got some knives still for sale. And I'm going to continue to produce knives, but I've got some right now that are in the display cabinet that that haven't sold yet and need to sell. And I don't know if that's an exposure issue or what, but up here in Alaska we don't get a lot of exposure. Anyway, this is an '01 tool steel long hunter, and we got a nice leather sheath for it. This particular blade is 10 inches overall with a 5¼ inch blade. I love the long hunter. It's a great knife. It's got a false edge or a swedge on the top, and this isn't sharpened. This is '01 tool steel with a flat grind. It's very sharp. This one has got Bocati scales in the handle, and it's got brass pins, and then we did a mosaic pin in the center. And fully contoured. Nice piece of Bocati wood. And this one's on the website. You can find this one on the website and purchase it directly from the website, or you can contact me and purchase it from me personally. The other one is another long hunter, and I came up and designed a new sheath for my long hunters, and it's got a wrap, no snap. It's got a Sam Brown stud on it. This particular one is kind of neat. I call this the Remington long hunter. I designed this knife, this blade. I wanted it to look like your grandpa's old shotgun sitting in the corner. So I blued the blade and then distressed it and really rubbed it down so it looked like a well-worn shotgun or rifle. The handle material on this one is recovered from an old Remington rifle stock, and it's walnut. And what I did was I put brass pins in there. And it's contoured. And the whole idea behind this one was to give it that old gun look. And there's a connection there with the rifle stock wood. And this one has got a '5" blade with a total length of 9½ inches right in there. The other one that I've got still available on the website is this Wild River Orca, and we've got a nice pouch sheath here, nice leather, and '01 tool steel, and this one was acid etched and then stone washed. We've got micarta, a black and red micarta, and this is linen micarta, and the red really doesn't look red, it looks brown. So with the black in there, at first glance you think you're looking at wood, with where the side is contoured here. And this is an excellent field craft knife. I love the Orca. It's very ergonomic. It's got the entire. It's one curve from the tip to the heel, and I absolutely love these knives. Anyway, this one's still for sale, and it's on the website as well. So now let's talk a little bit about the straight razors. So we'll start out with the smallest. This is now my normal, regular, traditional line of straight razors is called a Super Cub. So the Super Cubs, and that ties in with Alaska and our great aviation heritage. The Super Cub here, this one has black G10 scales and brass pins, and we've got an orange G10 wedge there. And this is a 4/8 width razor. And this one is done in a satin finish. Of course, there's fingerprints all over it, but excellent razor for, some guys just love the 4/8 razor, and other people say that, if you're going to learn how to use a straight razor, a 4/8 or a 5/8 is where you want to go. It'll chop through your whiskers. Let's just put it that way. So this particular one is sold. We've got jimping top and bottom of the spine, 50 lines per inch, and that's standard on the Super Cub. Next, we'll go to 5/8, and this one is available. This one has red G10 scales, bullseye pins, and an aluminum wedge. And this is a 5/8 blade that's completely mirror polished. Got my fingerprints on it. And once again, we have, and these are shave ready when they come out of my shop. So this is jimping top and bottom of the spine, and once again 50 lines per inch, which is standard on the Super Cub. This has a rounded spine, hollow ground. So 4/8, 5/8. That one is available, and you can find it on the website. Here's another Super Cub. This is a 6/8 model, and this is one of my daily drivers. And this has the fancy collars and has green translucent scales and aluminum wedge. And that's one of my daily drivers right there, my own personal. Next up, we've got the Kraken. Now this is started off as a one-off, and I can produce these for people, but the Kraken is a full 7/8 razor. It's pretty wide. It's a neat little razor, and this is what's called a wedge versus a full hollow ground. It is hollow ground, but it's what's considered a wedge. The spine on this has a rope pattern filed in it. And this is what's called a smiling razor. As you can tell, I don't really want to touch it, but as you can tell, the blade has a smile to it. This one has hand-filed jimps, top and bottom, tapered tang. And this one has Mauser birch scales and walrus ivory for a spacer rather than a wedge. Very unique razor. Shaves like a dream. Next up, we've got a custom that I was commissioned to do. This one has giraffe bone, stabilized giraffe bone scales, has the fancy collars, brass pins, has a mammoth ivory wedge in it. This one is another 6/8 blade, a little wider blade, done in Damascus steel. This is a 1080 and 15N20 makeup Damascus steel, made right here in America. This isn't some offshore stuff. We've got jimping top and bottom on the spine. And I did the spine on this a little bit different to show off the Damascus a little better. Rather than rounding the spine, I did a diamond. And this one is honed and shave ready and gets sent off to its new owner tomorrow. So you can see here we've got a 4/8 blade, a 5/8 blade, a 6/8 blade, and of course this is a smiling wedge, but a 7/8 blade. And you can see the difference in the blade widths there, and they all are a little bit different to shave with. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. This one, I could probably get talked out of it, but right now this one isn't for sale. This one, of course, is headed to its new home. The red Super Cub is for sale, and you can find it on my website. And the little 4/8 here is headed to its new home too. My website is www.wildriverscrimshaw.webs.com, and you can find us on Facebook at Wild River Scrimshaw. Hopefully I'll get some more videos produced on knife making and also on razor making. I want to get some razor making videos out there to help guys out that are trying to learn how to do this. I thank you for watching the video, and I thank you for the support that you've given me. If you're interested in purchasing a razor or a knife, just contact me either on social media or on the website. Thanks for watching. Paul Baker here with Wild River Scrimshaw. God bless and take care.